we will be having how to take the user input from the user. Like here, as in C language we have scanf statement, and in the Java will be having from the scanner class we'll be importing like next int, next line. But in Python we are not having any such type thing. We will be having only single instruction that is called as input. Whatever the value you give, it takes as the input. Whatever the data type it is, it automatically declares that kind of memory to it. Whether it may be int, it takes as int. If it is string, it takes as string. If it is float, it treats as float. This is very automated, right? Means if you want to take some float point in a C language, you need to mention %f, %d, something like those all things. But here you don't need to do anything here. So let us try how the input is taken as our first initial step in this session. Let me take, I want to know int input. What it will happen is the cursor will start blinking in the prompt asking for the user input. Now if I give input as 10 and I try to print what is n, it is giving 10. Now let us take same n is equals to some input. If I want to mention, like if I want to give a clear message to the user, then what I need to do is I need to pass a string here. For example, I am just enter a number. I'm just asking the user to enter a number. Then see what happens here. It is asking on the prompt that enter a number. Means this is how you are going to make some user friendly question, like asking user friendly taking user input in Python, like passing a string to the input command. It prints whatever the message you are giving, it prints that the statement. So now I am going to enter a print number. Let me enter 2.0. Let me print it. What the value will be? It is 2.0. See here, if you observe here, whatever the data type it is treating it as a string. Let us check how to know the data type of the user input. For that we have a command called type. If I try to print what is type of n, it is giving me as class of string. Means whether it is integer or whether it is a string, whether it is a float, it is classified as a string data type by default in Python. For example, let us take some string. String is equals to some input. I will ask like enter your name. Enter your name. Now it will be asking enter your name. I will enter via digital. Now if I try to print the string, the value is via digitally. And let me know what is the type of it, means what is the data type of the string you are storing there. See, it is also belongs to the string. Even if it is a float, it is treated as the string. Even it is the string, it is treated as the string. Means by default in Python, whatever the input you are giving to the program, it is treated as string class. But if you want to change them, how do you change them? We are going to typecast the input. How we are going to typecast? The same concept is present in C and Java also. But let us see how flexibly we can change the typecast. Means how flexibly we can change the data type from one type to another type here. In the same example, the n is 2.0 now. Not that, let me take some other number. Some C is equals to input. Let me enter some 25. Now the data type of C will be, usually it will be string class. But if I want to typecast, means if I want to change it, what I will do is simply C is equals to int of C. Now let us see what is the value inside the C. It is 25. And let me check what is the type of C now. Now it is changed to integer type. For example, let me change the same thing to float of C, and let me print C. What it is giving? 25.0, means it is adding the decimal part to the number. Let me check what is the type of C now. It is class float, means we are changing from string to integer, from integer to float. This is some additional lines, right? But in the single line, how can I take integer as my input? In this way, integer int of input. I am asking you, int of some input, enter a number. I am asking you, this is what. Now it will be asking enter any number. I am entering some 47. Now check the type of C. Before that, let us check what is the content of C. The content of C is 47. And what is the type of C? The type of C is integer type. Initially it was string type, but on typecasting it was changed to the integer data type. So in this way, if you want to change some input from one data type to another type, this is how you are going to write the instruction for the Python to change from one data type to other data type. And coming to next example, I need to take, for example, I need to take age of some 5 persons. Age of some 5 person, maybe like think like 10, 22, 14, 15, some 45. Just think these were the ages. How I need to take these inputs in a single line, means I need to enter them in a single line. If you enter like line by line, it is very easy task, right? Like asking the input, for example, person 1 age is input of something. Person 1 age is some input. What I will enter some, his name is 10. So similarly for person 2 age is input of something. I will enter 22. So like this will be entering so many number of lines, but not like this. I need to get the values in a single line. Then what we will be doing is like here we need the concepts of list. But before that, if you want to take some 5 persons, right? P1, comma P2, comma P3, comma P4, comma P5. Just assume like this. Here what we are going to take help is, we are going to take the help of split command, split instruction. On what basis you are going to split? I am going to split on the basis of space between the input. Now it is asking for the input. Let me enter 10, 22, 14, 15 and 45. Now try to print what are the values of P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Let us check. See, the values of P1, P2, P3, P4, 5 are 10, 22, 14, 15 and 45. This is how we are going to take the input from the user in a single line itself by taking the multiple values. For example, I want to take name, comma age of a person. How we are going to take? Input dot split. On what basis you are going to split? We are going to split on the basis of space. I need to give the name and age. For example, Kohli, and his age is some 32, I think. Now let us check what is the name holding. It is holding Kohli. What is age holding? It is holding some 32 value, right? This is how we are going to take the values from the user in a single line from the prompt. Coming to next, we are having the concept of modules and importing functions. You know, this is nothing but the packages, how we are going to import the packages. Let me discuss some basic packages like import some math function. What will be having some math function? We'll be having some pi value. Let me discuss like math.pi. What is that? 3.14 point. It's a pi value, right? So if you want to know some square root of something, math.sqrt of some 9. Let us discuss. It is giving 3.0 as output. So this is how we are going to import the inbuilt packages. Similarly, you will be having import some OS module. In this OS module, you can know the path where are your programs are loading. Actually, here my programs are loading here. This is how. And coming to the data types. In the data types, we will be having different types of data types. Like if you see here, as listed in the right side table, you will be having text data types, strings, numeric data types, int, float, complex, and sequence types, lists, tuples, ranges, and mapping types, dictionaries, boolean types, bools, binary types, byte, byte array, memory view, set types. You will be having set and frozen set. This is the overall view of the data types in Python. In the later on videos, we will be discussing how each data types are dealt and what are the operations for dealt on each data type. We will be discussing. Till then, keep subscribing our channel, hit the bell icon.